50-kilo action about to get underway. Audrey Jimenez, who, you know, seems like she could be the future of this weight class for Team USA. Going to try to get past Erin Golston here. And Victoria, you've wrestled with both of these women.
I have wrestled with both of these women. Erin many, many times. And I just wrestled with Audrey about 2 weeks ago in the Valiant Prep wrestling room.
Jimenez working from short offense, but Golston with that wrist. And Erin Golston, tough to score on. Part of it's that wrist control, but also really good at defending once you're in on a shot. Jimenez, oh, go ahead.
Oh, Erin's wrist grip is insane. It feels like a 200-pound man has you by the wrist. I don't know how she does it, but it really is difficult to free your wrist there.
Jimenez has been able to find her way to points, though, in their 3 meetings. She currently leads the scoring 34-3. Golston warned for passivity first. And a little shot attempt there. Nice sweep single.
Deep single, but look at Erin continuing to hold the wrist as her defense for that single leg.
You can make finishing a shot really tough on your opponent if you have that level of grip strength on the wrist.
Yes. Audrey's really respecting her fakes right now, which is not something we've seen as much in previous matches. I'd say Erin's doing a better job of getting her moving.
One thing about Audrey Jimenez is she just does not stop attacking, continues marching forward. And you described it like she just takes an inch at all times. She's just constantly moving forward.
100% of the time she's in your face and fully engaged. I think sometimes, you know, you kind of make an agreement to, let's take a couple seconds to, you know, walk on the side of around the side of the mat, but she doesn't do that. She's just constantly on you.
Nice little drag attempt there from Golston. Hard snap. Jimenez and head pinch, but man, put herself in trouble. Golston going to try to finish this match. This is the best attempt she has to finish it. Can she settle in, or will Audrey fight off her back? 2 points on the counter, but an opportunity to end the match. 1:17 to work, and Audrey bellies down. Man, Erin Golston had a golden opportunity to settle in for a pin, but Audrey Jimenez would not give it up.
So we saw that head pinch attempt from Audrey wrestling Erin in the US Open 2025 finals. This time it looked a little bit premature. I would say she didn't really have it locked up and went too early, but she was only down by 2 points.
2-on-1. Jimenez. There's that snap again. Probably Audrey's most impressive win came earlier this year at Pan Am's. Was able to beat a Cuban Olympic silver medalist. Same wrestler that Hildebrandt beat in the Olympic gold medal final.
In a match like that, Audrey went down by 8 points, which we also saw her go down by 8 points against Alyssa Lampe in the US Open finals. Both matches, she came from behind and ends up teching that person with her parterre offense. But right now, she's having a hard time with Erin.
Yeah, trailing 2-0. Short time left here in the first period.
Oh.
Little arm spin attempt there from Golston, and kind of, I think she went there to avoid giving up the step out.
That worked well. I wasn't sure what she was doing, but 100% correct, and that was very strategic on Erin's part. Erin is one of the best, in my opinion, at wrestling the edge.
Stingy for sure, and Erin Golston with the lead over Audrey Jimenez at the break. And tell you what, we've seen some unexpected things tonight.
100%.
Golston with a lead.
I think what's giving Audrey trouble right now is that she's looking to go tap single to Erin's left leg, but Erin is keeping Audrey's left wrist tied up. So she can't get her hands locked, and she's being forced to come back up to the upper body and just come back into the hand fight.
Golston was giving her enough trouble with that Audrey went to that head pinch like we saw, and I mean, that's definitely not her best attack, and she didn't have the best grip on it when she went, so Golston's doing something right here.
And that's one thing a wrestler like Erin can do, is frustrate you and really I thought one of the keys to victory for Erin would be keeping the score close, but frustrate you into making some mistakes.
Jimenez going to keep marching forward. A little drag attempt, but it's that wrist control again.
Two-on-one from Audrey here.
Little dump attempt.
Deep dump.
Nothing yet. Golston
Wow.
so tough to finish on. Now Jimenez has the leg split. Close to exposure. And there it is, 2 points.
Erin's going to have to do everything she can to not get laced here. Oh. Or pinned.
Yeah. She has that lace tight, but in an odd position. There's another
There
turn.
she
Wow,
goes.
that was innovative. Well, what kind of turn was that?
At one point, she had the lace trapped with her legs
Man.
and then was able to take it through.
Now wrist across the back. This is kind of bully mode right here for Audrey, and they're going to come back to their feet. 4-2. Jimenez leads, and this is what we were talking about at the beginning of the match. She just does not stop moving forward.
Consistent, steady pressure from Jimenez, but Erin just needs one takedown here to close the gap.
Now Audrey taking a lot of ground and close to the step out.
Great edge wrestling from Erin to make sure she didn't get pushed out there, and now has her butt to the center.
Halfway through the second period, still just 4-2. Jimenez, by the way, part of a new Lehigh wrestling program. They're going to have varsity status here, which is very exciting.
Amazing. I absolutely love to see it. What a huge progression for U.S. women's wrestling on the collegiate level.
And Audrey went there, you know, a little bit of a step of faith. It hadn't been officially sanctioned when she got there on campus, but next year it will be.
Beautiful to see. I was surprised by that decision, but it makes all the sense in the world now.
Back to short offense here.
And looking to stay grounded in this position, not give up a point on the push out or a takedown. And she'll do that.
Out of bounds, 38 seconds to go. 4-2 the score. Golston collecting her thoughts, trying to figure out her approach to these last 38 seconds. She's just a takedown away from taking match one.
It is so hard to get going when Audrey's in your face like that, just pressuring you forward, pressuring you forward.
Nice shot. Oh, wow, good defense. Really pretty good attack there from Golston. And Audrey Jimenez, great defense. Now in on a leg, and she's going to get 4.
Mistake on Erin's part there. She kept it nice and close, but with pressure like that, that also forces mistakes.
16 seconds left on the restart. Golston pressuring in. Jimenez continues just to take ground. Shot, Golston. Jimenez snap. Gonna get another takedown with a second left on the clock. 10-2. In a match that felt way closer than that, Audrey Jimenez takes it in dominant fashion on the scoreboard by the end.
Yeah, definitely. But I will say this is the closest the match has been between these two. Erin has been teched in the last 3 matches, so we'll see what type of adjustments they can continue to work on.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what Erin Golston's going to come up with, and any of some highlights of the action of, you know, relatively slow-paced match. It was Golston's game plan for 5.5 minutes.
It was working, yep.